Now, we don't have, when it comes to what exactly was the attitude towards Shanti, we don't have, again, we don't have scripts that specifically spell it out, in sentence form, in book form, the way you have with the Enuma Elish, with the way you have with the Babylonian writings. So, here we go again. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to demonstrate, and when I first started doing these presentations, there weren't too many people talking about it. You look it up on the internet, you had to look really hard. Now you put this stuff up, and there's tons of sites that discuss this, and there's debate and all this kind of stuff. And now it's become a big issue. But back in those days, it wasn't. But so now, what I'm trying to do is expose you to it. And you can look it up and see all the stuff that there is. I'm just going to go through some of these interesting things. But the point is that within the Chinese symbols, what we see are elements that relate to Genesis. And it suggests that the Genesis story was indeed present in human culture before Moses even wrote it down. Okay? And I mentioned the Greater Seal scripts were present in the oracle bones and the bronzeware writings of the early Chinese. Now, what are bronzeware and oracle bones? Bronzeware, obviously, are things made out of bronze. Okay? The oracle bones, what those were was simply, when you got through eating some food like lamb or beef or whatever, and you had big flat bones like the collarbone, well, you could then, if you want to read your future, you'd write out what you're praying about, what you want to know, and then you break it, and then you read the cracks. And so they're really superstitious, and that's something that was done. Same thing with turtle. People ate lots of turtles. Okay, do you realize that turtles have been the main food for humans for a long time? And the Pilgrims, when they first came to this country, guess what the first Thanksgiving dinner? They ate a lot of turtles, because you could catch them. That's what they were easy to catch. They didn't require guns, and so they did that. So there's a lot of these turtle shells over there in China, okay, where people would have their shells, and they would write on, here we go, what they wanted, okay, what was going on, and what they wanted to know, and then you break it, and you read the cracks. And so there's tons of these things. Now, what's interesting is that they're carbon based, and so you can get a good date on them, okay, a reasonably good date. And so that's how these are actually, the oracle bones are older than the bronzeware writings. All right, and here's some of the history on those guys. And this is a plastron of a tortoise or a turtle. Now, Greater Seal script is a pictographic language. So was Lesser Seal script, but Greater Seal script was a lot more extensive. In terms of the pictures, were a lot more complete. It wasn't the shorthand version; it was the longhand version of what the language was. And these symbols are pictographs, which make up the language. The serpent was clever, more clever than any wild animal. And you know the story of the serpent and all that. So, but you kind of just refresh your memory as to what happened here. Now, and then we have the story of Noah there as well. Now, what I want to introduce or discuss is the idea, or the reality apparently, that the Greater Seal script, the language within the letters, the pictographs themselves, we have elements of the story of Genesis. Now, to say, to speak, or to tell, that is a combination of God plus dust. Okay, God plus dust equals to bring forth. God plus dust equals to bring forth. To bring forth plus mouth equals to speak or to tell. Okay, according to the Bible story, how was man created? Yeah, from dust. He was God plus dust equals to bring forth. Okay, and then so we were that's kind of interesting here. Okay, the God radical plus hands plus person equals Shen, equals God. God created with his hands a person. All right, the words naked are very interesting. Garden plus tree equals fruit. Garden plus tree equals fruit. Fruit plus clothes equals naked. Fruit plus clothes equals naked. Where did he come up with that one?
Oh, he said fig leaves don't count as well.
Yeah, fig leaves don't count. Right, because what happened was that when after Adam and Eve ate the fruit, God comes looking for him. He says, Adam, where are you? He says, oh, we hid because we're naked. And so what they'd done is they fashioned for themselves fig leaves. But God, that didn't count. God gave them animal skins instead to wear. Because it's probably a lot warmer for one thing. Okay. But anyway, he didn't count that. And so fruit plus right. Yeah, fruit plus clothes equals naked. All right, to restrict, this is a good one here. To stop or restrict is a picture of no tree. Okay, the radical for, no, okay, and then there's a tree there. And so basically it looks very similar to our symbol for no, but no tree. Refrain, control, restrict. Avoid the tree, step away from the tree. Temptation, okay, I mentioned that one. Beginning, we talked about that. Weak or yielding is like the snake man. Might as well is a woman standing next to the no tree sign. And that means to give in or to yield. Might as well. Think about that. Okay, if indeed this story was not, if they weren't familiar with it, why would that be the case? Why would might as well be a woman looking at the no tree sign? Evening is pretty complicated. It's made up of several radicals. The radical for gate, for barrier or fence. The radical for fence is a tree with a gate. A tree within a gate. That's the radical for barrier or fence. Now late or evening is basically the same thing, the barrier fence with the tree, and then each one of these represents, we have the words another mouth to feed. What does another mouth to feed represent? What does that mean? A mouth to feed. Yeah, we're having children, another person to feed. Another person. A mouth represents a person. In the same way, these symbols here, the circle with the dot, represents a mouth. So what we see in the word for late or evening is the tree in the middle, in the gate, and 3 mouths. 2 around the tree and 1 outside of the tree. Why would that represent evening? Yes. When did it say that God would talk to Adam and Eve? When did he hang out with them? In the cool of the evening. Exactly. He shows up around 6, 7 o'clock. All right. What's for dinner? Okay. And so that was then God would hang out with Adam and Eve in the evening. And so we have that word here. We have the gate representing, the gates to the Garden of Eden, and you have the tree, and you have those 3 hanging out in the evening.